Hello children, so today let us start with a new chapter, that is lesson number 3, our environment and pollution. What is environment, children? The surroundings which we live in is called our environment. So our environment consists of both living and non-living forms. That means now if we are living in this environment, our environment consists of plants, trees, animals, then schools, buses, air, mountains, etc. etc. Isn't it? So now whatever effect we give on the environment, we give to the environment, the same effect we will get back from the environment. That means if we are causing some harm to the environment will also cause harm to us. For example, if you are throwing some garbage outside, okay, and you're polluting the soil, you're polluting the air, then what happens? The air gets polluted, you will get variety of symptoms such as headache, or you will get a breathing problem and so on. And related to that, we'll study in further detail. Now, what I would like to say is, both living and non-living forms, they depend on each other. And living forms, again, they also depend on another living forms. For example, we humans, we depend on both plants and animals for food and other purposes. Like from plants, we get variety of medicines, timber, correct? Even for clothing. Then for animals, for medicines, leather, the wool, correct? Then living forms, we also depend on non-living forms such as air, water, then sunlight, etc. Now, air and water, why it is necessary? We all know. Air for breathing and water for the survival and for maintaining the internal balance in our body. And sunlight is necessary for us to grow, and in case of plants, for the photosynthesis purpose, that is for preparation of food. Now, everything should be in proportion or in balance in nature. If this proportion or the balance in nature gets disturbed, then everyone will have to suffer. That is what I said. If we cause harm to our nature, to our environment, then again it will return back to us in some other form, the bad way. Okay. Now, it is unfortunately we humans are disturbing the balance of our environment. How we are disturbing? We are disturbing by cutting down the trees. Majorly cutting down the trees and giving chance to more pollution. Okay, so pollution is happening a lot because of this disturbance in the balance in nature. Now there are different kinds of pollution as well. There are 4 types, children: air pollution, water pollution, sound pollution, and land pollution. So the air, water and land is of much importance, as that is coming under the environment. Okay, so now as I am saying, pollution is causing a lot of harm and health problems. What is a pollution? What is a pollution, children? Pollution is nothing but the mixture of harmful substances in our environment. When the environment is mixed with the harmful chemicals, then we call that as a pollution. And this harmful substances we term as a pollutant. Okay, so pollution means contamination. Contamination means spoiling. Contamination of air, contamination of water, contamination of land. All these are contamination means pollution. And the harmful substance that pollute or that causes contamination is called as the pollutants. Okay, pollution is different than pollutant. Pollutant means the substance which causes the pollution to happen. Okay, now moving on to our first pollution. So let us study about pollutions. The first pollution being air pollution. Now we know air is a mixture of gases. It consists of nitrogen, that is 78%, oxygen 21%, then carbon dioxide and some other gases along with the dust and water vapor constitutes the other smaller percentage. Now this is the proper composition of the air. Okay, that means this proportion, if it is disturbed in the air, then we can say that it has been, the air has been polluted. If this composition has been changed, then we can tell that the air has been polluted. Now the reasons for pollution are many. One of the reasons is the harmful gases released from the industries. Harmful gases such as carbon monoxide. Okay, carbon dioxide is different and carbon monoxide is different, children. Carbon monoxide is a very poisonous gas. So carbon monoxide, hydrogen sulfide, then sulfur dioxide and ammonia and other oxides of nitrogen. That means nitrogen oxide, dioxide, trioxide. All these kind of gases, they are released from the industries. Okay. The big food industry, leather industry, there are so many kinds of industries. So many of these industries, they release harmful gases which will pollute the air. Also the vehicles which we use for the transportation from moving one place to another. These vehicles, your cars, buses, scooters, everything, what do they release? They also release smoke, lot of smoke which will contain harmful gases. Now these harmful gases are nothing but called as poisonous pollutants. What are they called? Poisonous pollutants. They include again carbon monoxide, carbon particles. There is a carbon particle. It will be like the black smoke if you see. It contains lot of carbon particles in it. And it also, these vehicles also emit carbon monoxide gases and unburnt hydrocarbons. Okay, so this carbon particles and all, when these gases, it pollutes the air, and the same air we breathe, we will get lot of diseases and infection which we'll study now. Then vehicles, industries was one of the cause. Another cause for air pollution is the domestic sources. Domestic sources means children which we use for domestic purposes. Now in some hotels and restaurants, they use lot of coal for cooking the food, and even in some villages from earlier days onwards, they used to use coal for preparing the food, for burning the fuel. Correct? So now this coal also causes lot of smoke, and again it contains lot of carbon particles in them. Now that also causes the air pollution. Also the uncovered garbages which we can see most of the places, on the roads, uncovered garbages. They will simply dump the garbage there and no one will be there to clean up. Such garbages, they will produce foul odor. Okay, foul odor they will produce, that means very bad smell as well as some harmful gases which will again contribute to the air pollution. There are some agricultural activities also which will contribute to the air pollution. How do they contribute? The insecticides and the pesticides used by the farmers, like DDT and some pesticides which are used for killing the rats. It will contain a harmful chemical called as arsenic. Okay, so all those things are very much harmful harmful. When we inhale the DDT will be in the form of powder. So when they just spread the DDT, throw the DDT, it will get mixed up in the air also, and that air when we inhale, we can get lung cancer and lung infections as well. Okay, so those are the causes of air pollution. Now coming on to the effects of air pollution. Okay children, you have to remember properly, remember and understand what do you mean by causes, what do you mean by effect. Okay, causes of air pollution means those things which lead to air pollution, which will make the pollution of air happen. Okay, effects of air pollution means from air pollution, how air pollution is harming us, harming living and non-living forms. Okay, that is the effect of air pollution. So the first is the health problems. So because of air pollution, as we are breathing in the air is a very vital component, right, for our survival. So when we breathe in the air is being already polluted. So we are breathing in the poisonous gases inside us, and that will cause many diseases like bronchitis, skin allergy, asthma, tuberculosis, and many times dizziness. So what is the blood? If we are inhaling the polluted air, then the harmful gases, they will also mix along with the blood, and blood, it flows everywhere inside our body from head to toe. So when this blood, the polluted or the mixed blood, mixed with harmful gases, this kind of blood, it reaches to the brain. The brain is an important organ, you know. So the brain will not work or not function properly. We'll get headache, we'll get dizziness. So all these are symptoms of air pollution. Okay, because of air pollution, this is happening more and more nowadays. Now there are many other respiratory disorders also, children, because of air pollution. Now then, so first one is health problems, which I told you about. Second one is global warming. Global warming. So you must have heard about this, right, children? Global warming. Lot of essays and all you must have read in newspaper and everyday news. They will be showing some of the other places this global warming happening. So global warming is the effect because of the excess of carbon dioxide released in the environment. It is because of the excess carbon dioxide. CO2 is nothing but carbon dioxide released in the environment. Now, whatever the carbon dioxide is been released in the environment, carbon dioxide is responsible for the production of heat. You remember that, okay? So, excess of carbon dioxide, what does it do? Yes, it produces, because of that we'll be having a warm temperature or hot temperature. Now, excess of carbon dioxide, if excess of carbon dioxide is there, that means more of carbon dioxide, then it will not allow the heat to escape. It will not allow the heat to escape from the earth. Okay, then whatever heat is there, the heat of the earth will keep on increasing the temperature. So that is why you see summers are very hot nowadays. Even the winters are not so cold. The summers are very hot. It is as in Bangalore, it was earlier very cold, cool climate in Bangalore. But now the summers are becoming very hot and hot from a decade. Right? This is because of excess of carbon dioxide, and excess of carbon dioxide is because of all these industries, vehicles, and the domestic uses. All these are causes of excessive carbon dioxide. Also, the cutting down of trees is the major cause for that. So because of that, what happens? The earth becomes more hot and hot, and if the temperature keeps increasing at the poles, towards the poles, what happens? The ice will start melting, and once the ice starts melting, you will get a huge amount of water rushing. That means the floods can happen because of that. Okay, now the third one is acid rain. So poisonous gases are released in the air, I said. So these gases, when they mix with the water vapor in the air, we studied, right? Water vapor is also present in the air. So when they mix with the water vapor, the harmful gases, so acid is formed. Acid will cause burning. Okay, we use it as in laboratories, acids, and for some medicinal purposes also we use. For some chemical reactions we use acids, and also some homes they use for floor cleaning or toilet cleaning, the acids. So these acids are again very harmful for our body. For our body in the sense, we all living as well as even non-living forms are affected by these acids. So when these harmful gases mix with water vapor, acids are formed, and water vapor, you know, it will go up and it will form cloud, correct? So this cloud will have, instead of all the water vapor, it will have acid formed there. Okay, and when it rains, these cloud, when it rains, how it will come as not rains, it will come as acid rains. It will come as acid rains. Now this acid rain is very harmful. It will cause itchiness of the skin, rashes on the skin, lot of burning sensation, allergies. Okay, and also even the Taj Mahal, that's a very good example for acid rain, the effect of acid rain. It has become very discolored because of the acid rain. Okay, and it is also causes harm to the crops, plants, animals and monuments, like I said, Taj Mahal. Okay, so acid rain, you will not feel completely burning, the body burning, but yes, slight burning, slight itchiness and rashes will develop because of that. The fourth one is ozone layer depletion. So, are you aware, children? There is a layer in our atmosphere above our atmosphere, that is the ozone layer, which is covering the earth, our earth. And it protects, the main function of the ozone layer is to protect us from the harmful ultraviolet rays which is coming from the sun. So from that it protects us. So because of the excess of harmful gases, especially chlorofluorocarbons, okay, what these chemicals do? These chemicals, they will make holes, they will eat up the ozone layer, the chlorofluorocarbons, okay, they will also called as CFC, chlorofluorocarbon. Okay, so these chemicals, when they are light in weight, okay, so they will go up and up and up, and they will reach the ozone layer, and there they will deplete the ozone layer. That means they will decrease, they will eat up the ozone layer. Eating means they will not eat and swallow. Okay, that means they will diminish the ozone layer. So they will create holes. If this is a layer, if this is an ozone layer, they will make small holes in them, and in this, through these holes, the harmful ultraviolet rays can pass. And this ultraviolet rays, we are saying harmful, that means again it causes, when it reaches on us, when it falls on us, it will be, the effect will be very bad. We will have various skin problems because of ultraviolet radiation and some mutations in our body. So all these are the effects of. Now what are the steps to check air pollution? Steps to check air pollution means how you can stop the air pollution, how you can reduce them. Okay, we cannot completely stop, we can at least try to reduce them. There are some ways, that is, as we have seen what are the causes, the same way we can follow and we can reduce them. So instead of we can use non-polluting fuels like liquefied petroleum gas, LPG, that is cylinders what you get at home, LPG cylinders for cooking purpose, instead of coal or wood. Okay, and motor vehicles should be run on CNG. Okay, compressed natural gas. CNG means compressed natural gas. Okay, so these gases are very, they don't cause much pollution. Okay, they are, you can say, eco-friendly gas. And other sources of energy also can be used, like solar energy. You can get electric cars, electric vehicles and all. So we have to use an alternative for petrol and diesel. And we should not burn garbage in the air. If we burn garbage in the air, again release of poisonous gases will be there. Then where should we burn? We should burn in a closed place and with a chimney high up in the air, so that it will not cause it will keep the surrounding clean. And factories and industries should be located far away from the residential areas. Means it should be located far from the cities. The smoke from the factories should be cooled, detoxified and filtered. So the smoke will be hot, right? Okay, so the more hot, it will rise more. Now it should be cooled first. It should be cooled down, then detoxified. Whatever the toxins, whatever the harmful substances are there, we have to first clean that. We have to nullify. We have to detoxify this gases, this smoke, and then filter the smoke, filter the air, whatever is released from the industries, so that before it mixes with the air, it will be less harmful. And then we should also avoid the use of firecrackers, which will release lot of smoke. Instead, we can use some crackers if we need, with less smoke producing. Okay, so and also we need to use eco-friendly pesticides and insecticides so that it doesn't harm us, such as bio-neem. Okay, and some bio-neem is a easily decomposable substance and it will not harm our environment. So such things we need to use. So that's all about the air pollution, the causes, the effects and steps to check the air pollution. The rest we will see in the next class. Thank you, children.